Hello, a bit of a mid-week cheeky check-in. I just wanted to make a video now because I've just been for my acupuncture session, which I mentioned on Saturday, and I think it makes a real difference. And I think that I wanted to just make a note of this because a lot of the time I talk a lot and I think a lot, and one of the things I've realised recently is that for me, I think in order to feel better, I need to take more account of physical stuff that's going on, and I think I have a tendency to rush through my life and be very cerebral and very stressed, and that I don't acknowledge what's going on a lot of the time in my body, which is crazy. Because I've read the books, The Body Keeps the Score, and I've done the stuff. So it's really just to acknowledge that for me, acupuncture, and then also today I had a treatment which was called cupping, which is where you kind of have, it's almost like, makes me think of leeches. It's almost like you have these suction cups put onto you and it sort of draws energy, and I really just wanted to check in. I think there's something about needing to do something with the physicality of energy and that constant restlessness that is, for me, it's something, it's got to be something physical. And so I just wanted to check in really and say that I think, you know, as always with me, you know, there are fads and there are things that I sort of jump onto and think it's going to solve everything. This won't solve everything, but I'm fascinated. And years back I went to shiatsu massage after I was very ill, when I was sort of in 1920, and found that incredibly powerful, and really think actually that played a big part in my healing, more than sort of talking therapies, but at the time I didn't realise it, and then went back. Probably the woman I went to is amazing down in Swanage, so I went back again once when I think I was probably in my 30s, and that's all again the same thing about connecting with body. And anyway, it's really just to reflect. And something as well really interesting, that when I used to go to that, the music that was playing was the soundtrack from The Piano, a film with Holly Hunter in it, and that music just somehow, it's this kind of, it's almost internalized for me, that it's something that I don't know, that music is something about it. So I've come to listen to that again recently as well, the soundtrack from that, which, yeah, I'm just reflecting on the need to talk less and just allow that kind of physical healing maybe to happen. So yeah, that's just a check-in. There's lots of stuff going on, and I have had a really difficult couple of days. Just sort of the stuff in my head, the typical ADHD stuff. And I think it is important to acknowledge that as well, and say, you know, I've just been listening to the Gabor Mate book in the car, and I go, oh yeah, right, okay, oh yeah, other people with ADHD, and then I go, oh, but maybe it's just everybody, maybe everybody has that constant white noise in their head and anxiety about what to do next, and I think a lot of us have it, but no, maybe not to the extreme. And it's about just acknowledging that that's what ADHD is. It's not made up, it's a thing. So a few people again have got in touch and said they've watched videos and they're feeling a resonance, and that's lovely in a way, because I think my aim with this is to just keep saying, if it's really tough, you don't have to carry on with it being really tough. I'm assuming that not everyone's life is as tough and as challenging, I suppose, and so it is about that, just sort of saying those are the challenges, but then hey, the other side of it is there's a lot of good stuff as well, and yeah, so that's really it. And that's just a bit of a reflection that really perhaps isn't very coherent or formed, but it's just a reflection on the need to stop, check in with the body, and maybe sometimes reach out to other people that perhaps can offer some insight that if we're rushing and too cerebral, we're not going to find for ourselves. So happy Tuesday. I'm going to spend a couple of days trying to get on top of a few work things, and then going to Edinburgh to see my daughter, hopefully, and trying to see that as the lovely thing it should be, and not get anxious about the things around that, and just trying to keep a check on all this kind of unnecessary anxiety. So take care, and bye for now.